Okay. So we have the like in PT life cycle. In PT life cycle, nothing but performance test life cycle. If anyone asks for the interview question or anyone asks for the performance testing point of which process following your organization or what is the PT life cycle and what are your roles and responsibilities. If anyone asks me, we need to give further this answer. PT life cycle, what are the things will be there? POC, proof of concept, and non-functional requirement gathering, and test plan and workload model, test data, and script recording and enhancements, and design scenario, and test execution, and result analysis, and report and recommendation, risk and mitigation. So these all things will coming from the PT life cycle, or which process following your organization, or you what is your roles and responsibility. Also we need to tell this answer. Okay, so we need to go with the one by one. First one, performance test life cycle. First one will be POC. What is the POC? Nothing but proof of concept. So if it is a new project, okay, so what we need to do means we need to which tool we need to use and which protocol we need to use. So how many lab hours to finish this project? These all things we don't know because it is a new project. So that is why what we need to do means we need to do for the one proof of concept. So in the proof of concept, we should understand the application architecture and we should understand the business flow of the application. Business flow, nothing but yesterday we seen, right? Facebook application and same to the flight book application, right? This we can consider as a, this all be business scenarios. Like flight booking, Facebook is a one scenario and flight booking is a one scenario. Means before you need to start the scripting or anything, you need to understand the what is the business flow of our application. 1 minute. 1 minute. So this we can consider as a, these are the scenarios. So in the POC point of view, what we can do means we should understand the application architecture and we should understand the business flow of the application and we should understand the which tool is supposed to buy, like it is load runner or neo load or it is JMeter. So we should which tool is compatible with this application, and we need to just simple business scenario, we need to record the script and as we need to send to the client. Then based on the client, you should understand the which tool is supposed to buy, which protocol is supposed to buy, and how many lab hours to finish this project. You understand. That is the proof of concept. Means before doing for the performance testing, first initial point of view, it is a new project. We need to understand that we need to prepare the one proof of concept, means which tool is supposed to use and which protocol we need to use, and we need to execute with the simple business scenario and report to the client. Then based on the client, you should understand the which tool is supposed to buy and which protocol is supposed to buy and how many labor hours to finish project. Means how many labor hours means how many resources need to finish and how many hours will finish this project. You can understand this one based on our POC document. Okay, is understand POC proof of concept. So first one will be proof of concept, means we should understand the application architecture and we should understand the business flow of the application and we should which tools compatible with this application and it is which protocol is compatible with this application, and based on that we need to execute with the simple business scenario and report to the client. That is the POC. It's fine, everyone. So going to the next point will be non-functional requirement. So non-functional requirements, for example, we need to make the car. So what are things we need? Hello? Everyone will be there? Ranjit?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah, we need to make the car. So what are things we need to make the car?
First we have to instruments, we have to metal body parts of the car.
Yeah, body parts, wheels,
glass,
body,
wheels,
and
iron,
steering
tires,
and brake guard and
steering.
same to the. So these all things will be is one car requirement, right? So as same to as a performance testing point of view, we have the some non-functional requirements will be there. So what are the non-functional requirements means we have the non-functional requirement. First one is the CBT, critical business transaction. And what is the critical business transaction means? For example, yesterday we told, right, these are the all the transactions. Launch is one transaction, login, upload video, download video, watch video, chatting. But we have the this also will be there, right? Like will be there and comment also will be there. But we can't consider this all will be critical transaction because it will happen very within less seconds. So that is why we can't use as a critical business scenario. So what are our critical business scenario in our application? Those we need to consider as a our non-functional requirement. Okay. Apart from this all will be our critical business scenarios. Okay. And after that, this is the launch, login, click and find, flight, select flight, payment. These all things also is considered as a critical business transactions. Critical business transaction, nothing but mostly accessing the users in our application. Those we can call it as a critical business transactions. It's clear? And after that, average response time. What is the response time?
2 seconds.
What is the response time?
2 seconds.
No. I'm asking, but response time. What is the definition of the response time?
Round trip request.
Round trip of the request and response time is.
Yes, round trip of request and response time, we can call it as a response time.
Response.
So average response time means what is the average response time means? For example, it's one user, you can call it as a round trip of request, you can call it as a response time. That is fine. But you are executing with the 10 users. 10 users response time means what we need to consider? Average, right? So in 10 users average, we can call it as the average response time. Means round trip of the request of the 10 users, average response time will be 2 seconds or 2-3 seconds. So based on that, we need to ask for the client, like in CBT is there. For example, launch, how much is the response time, average response time, and login and upload and download. So means we need to ask for the client these all things. That is the one of the non-functional requirement. So how we can make the car is a steering and body and iron, these all things we need as a perform testing point of view. First thing we need for the critical business transactions, and after that average response time, and after that we have the peak hours and off peak hours. Peak hours and off peak hours means peak hours nothing but for example the Facebook application will be there. So in morning time what will happen? The application will be number of users will access or not? Early morning hours up to 10 o'clock.
Yes.
See, very less numbers use, right? But after 4 or evening 4 or 5 onwards, up to night 10 or 11 also, number of users will be doing for everyone using for the Facebook only. So what will happen at the time? The load will be more, right? So those hours we can call it as a peak hours. What is the load will be more times? We can call it as a peak hours. Off peak hours means morning time. So in morning time, very less users access our application. So we need to ask for the client, what is your application peak hours? What is the off peak hours? For example, banking application will be there. See, every Monday will be users will coming very right. So in every Monday is on morning to 2 o'clock, full right, full people is coming and do for their transactions. So means those are the critical transactions, and as simple those will be peak hours. See, after Thursday or Wednesday, that time will be very less people is coming to the bank. Those we can consider as a peak hours. Okay, got it right? Peak hours, what is the peak hours and what is the peak hours? And
Yes.
after that we need to ask for the like which pages are mostly accessed the users. So we need to ask for the, like in Facebook, it will be there. So in which pages are mostly accessed the users? What things we can do in the Facebook once we can login is completed? Everyone, what can we do? We can watch the video or we can do the charting. So in download,
Videos.
right? These all pages will be, we need to ask for the client. Okay, in our application, mostly which pages are accessing the users? So you can tell as upload video, download video, watching, chatting. This will be mostly users will be accessing our application, they told. So like that, we need to ask for the client these all things. And apart from this, mm, apart from this, we have gather CPU and memory. Means we need to ask for them. Okay, for what is the CPU and memory of this application currently? So these all things we need to gather from the client. Before start the performance testing, we need to get these details, right? Because we need to do for the performance testing. So the recording you can do for the using the vision, but that is fine. But what are the scenarios you need to record means we need to gather from the using non-functional requirement. We need to ask for the client. What is our critical business transactions in our scenario? What is the average response time for each and every transaction? And what is the peak hours? What is the off-peak hours? And which pages are mostly accessed the users? And apart from this, what is the CPU and memory utilization? So these all things we can ask for the client. Is fine, everyone? Non-functional requirement. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So in non-functional requirements is completed, then we can move to the test plan and workload model. So once all the non-functional requirements we gathered, then we can move to the test plan. Test plan, nothing but it is one of the important document. Before doing for the scripting or execution, whatever maybe, we need to prepare the test plan. In the test plan, what are the things will be there? Nothing but in the test plan, like what is the object, what is the scope, and what kind of testing we need to do, and what is the entry criteria, and what is the exit criteria, what type of testing so we need to do, and what are the scenarios we need to executing, and what is the load of the each and every scenario, and what is the risk and mitigations, what is the deliverables. So these all things we can mention in the test plan. Means before we need to start the testing, we need to mention these all things, and we need to send to the particular point of view to stakeholders. We can prepare a test plan and we need to send to them, then they will see this test plan. Okay, this is the object, this is the scope, okay, these are the scenarios they are executing, and okay, they are doing for this kind of testing, load stress endurance testing, and okay, they are doing for the flight booking, okay, cancel ticket, and these are the scenarios will be there. So they will look on that. Okay, these all things very good, fine, then you can start your testing. They will send as a mail. Then after that, we need to start our testing. That is the test plan. Is it fine? So once test plan is completed, we need to prepare for the workload model. Workload model, nothing but we need to prepare the Excel sheet, like just we need to mention the what are the scenarios we are doing, and what is the each and the transaction response time, and what is the think time. These all things will be there. Like we can prepare like this serial number, and after that scenarios, and after that average response time, or response time, and after that we need to think time. This will be, I will explain in scripting once we can end. Okay, just you can, what are the things will be there in workload model, you can observe, and think time, and pacing. So like for example, first serial number one scenario will be, for example, our scenario we need to write flight booking, F booking. I'm given as F booking. In the scenario, Assigned to can mention one more field. Transactions. Okay, so transactions, so we need to mention like this, and after the transaction nothing but what is the launch URL is a one transaction, and after that login is a one transaction, and after that we can click on the flights. Flights one transaction, and after that select departure and arrive. This is the one transaction. After that payment, for example, payment, and after that payment is completed, log out. So these are the transactions, and we need to mention like this document, and after that each and every transaction response time we need to give. Actually our universal SLA will be 2 seconds for all, so I given this one. After the think time you need to give for the think time, so I will explain later. Just you can will give for the think time of this is seconds only, just okay, 6 seconds, 5, 4. So like this you need to be, and pacing also we need to calculate. So that thing will be, you can explain later. Once we can went for the controller, we'll see the pacing calculation. How to we can do pacing, I will explain. The pacing we can give it as a 30 seconds. So 30 seconds or 60 seconds, again 30 or 40 seconds. So like this, once we can calculate, we'll get for this thing. So okay, like this you need to prepare this document. This document we can call it as a workload model. Okay, got it right? So this is the one scenario, and going to the next scenario will be there in second scenario. Maybe scenario name is the cancel ticket booking. So same thing, this cancel ticket booking will be right. You need to write for the same thing, like launch login is common right everywhere. You can select this one and enter, and after that once login we need to see the itinerary. So you can go to the application and you are able to see this. 1 minute, I will show you. Okay, once we can log in, username, password, and login. And after that you can see we can book the ticket, means you can click on the flights. But now we are doing for the what is that, cancel the tickets. Cancel that ticket, nothing but itinerary. So you can select this one, and which flight you want to cancel, just select that and you can go to down and cancel checked. So it is a cancelled. Then after that sign off. So these transactions you need to mention here. After that we need to get to click on the itinerary, and after that check ticket, and after that log out. So like this we can do for the prepare. So how many scenarios we have? You need to mention all scenarios like this. That is the only we can do for the. And one more thing I miss, number of users also will be there. Number of users means, for example, this scenario will be there. We need to do for the number of users, how many users we need to do. So for this scenario will be there. This scenario you need to execute with the like 1500 users. You can mention this one. And after that, this scenario will be there. This scenario, how much you need to do it. So just you can merge it, and just this scenario you can do for the 1000 users. So we can mention this and same to the this. Okay. So like this you need to give for the prepare for the workload model before start the scripting and before start the execution. We need to prepare for the workload model. Okay, it's fine, everyone. So how to we are preparing, just we are giving for the scenario name, means what we are doing, we need to give for that name, and after the transactions of each scenario, flight booking, these are the scenarios will be there, cancel ticket booking will be these are the scenarios, and after that average response time nothing but our SLA, means this will be client to provide as a SLA will be 2 seconds. We can consider as SLA is nothing but service level agreement. Our SLA will be 2 seconds. Okay, so like this we need to prepare the workload model. Got it right? So once the like workload model is completed, next step will be test data. So for example, for here you can observe here will be 1500 users we are doing, means we need for the login details 1500 user names and password. So you need to prepare for the 1500 user data. So how to you can prepare the data, means like, so you can see sign up will be there. You can click on here and you need to enter for the username, password, and this all details. Click on continue. You are able to create the new user. So like this we can do for that. Manual thing will be very effort, right? So we can do for the 1500 time, means that will be not good, right? As a manual work it is more, right? So that is why what we need to do means using our script, we can record this script, and using this script we need to prepare for the how much data we want. We need to prepare the test data. So test data nothing but that is the what is the how many users we want. You need to prepare that test data. Got it right? Hello? Hello? Sushmit?
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, Ranjit, are we there? Everyone will be there. So this is the up to test data preparation. So now I'm stopping the class up to this, and because this only for this will be our interview point of only. I'm telling this thing, and after that we can directly go to the tool and directly doing the scripting. No need of that point of just interview point of, if anyone asks for the PT life cycle, what is the POC, what is the non-functional requirement, what is test plan, what is workload model, what is test data. So if anyone asks, means we need to give for the this type of answers. So in our material, PT life cycle will be there. So each and everyone go through the up to test data, and SM to scripting and execution. These all things already we explained, right? Already script recording and announcements. So next step will be we can move to the script recording and announcements. Nothing but we user. Then tomorrow onwards we'll start our scripting. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll meet tomorrow also same time, and we'll discuss directly. We can go to the script recording only. Okay. I think already I got for 2-3 numbers mail IDs. I will share today software. Okay.
Okay.
Once I will share, right, you can ready with the tomorrow onwards will give, I will give for the assignments also, because we are
Okay.
going to the scripting directly. We can move to the scripting. Okay. So
Okay.
tomorrow I will ask for the up to now test data. You guys can prepare what are the PT life cycle, what are things will be there, and same to you need to up to PT life cycle. You guys can prepare. Okay. Okay. Thank you for joining,
Okay.
everyone. Anyone have any doubts?
Yeah, Kiran, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
How to identify a protocol? Which protocol we need to identify?
Yeah, protocol we need to
Yeah,
identify means, see, for example, web-based application will be there.
Okay.
Okay, obviously we'll go with the web-based application, web HTTP protocol. Maybe that will be somewhere will be that will be API call. API call will be means web service call. Then you need to use for the web service testing. Maybe the application developed in SAP. Then you can go with the SAP protocol. If maybe they are doing for the Oracle application, then you can use Oracle protocol. So based on your application developed, which your application developed which programming language, based on that we need to do the protocol will be we can select.
I
Fine.
saw in YouTube there are advisor something.
Yeah, we have the advisor also will be there. That will we can discuss. Just that will what will happen means you can just simply click on advisor and you need to record and it will assist you what are the protocol is suitable for this application. But that will be just they are introduced for the HP people, but that will be no use because that will be show different protocols. But what happened means
Hmm.
what I told right now. So based on that only we need to decide. Without that,
Correct. Yeah.
okay. So that is
Yes.
also
Yes.
I will
Correct.
show you how to we can go to
Hmm.
the protocol advisor and how to identify the protocol also. Will once we enter the scripting right, we can do for these all things. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah. Fine. Thank you for everyone. Okay. Thank you. Bye.